How I became a data analyst. Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics. And as you can see in today's title, we're going to be kind of talking about something a little different. And actually it came up in today's live stream. We started talking about delimiters, and that only took about 15 minutes, and then we kind of opened up the floor to talk about what anybody wanted to talk about. And what kind of came up was how I transitioned into a data analyst. So I guess I kind of want to go through that. So I was working, and it's in the same company, very large company, extremely large company. And I had been working my way through the organization in a segment, and I knew I wanted to do more. So I started Python. Then I was becoming very good with Python. Then I started tutoring. Then I started the YouTube channel. Then there was a shift in the company, and we were going back to basics and lean operations, and some very sophisticated people came into the organization, and we started to think again. And we had not done that in a long time. We reacted. So what I was able to do is we began to problem solve. And one of the very important people that I got the opportunity to work with, I was able to share my Python experience and my YouTube channel. And that intrigued him immensely. So I would keep him up to date. He would ask. Well, he kept getting promoted, and he moved up in the organization. And we stayed in touch, and we talked. Well, then one day he reached out about this data analyst job. And I said, and I jumped at it. I had no idea. Actually, I really felt that I was going to be underqualified. And so then I met the person whose team I was going to be on. We chatted. I shared with him that I had a YouTube channel, and he said, "Oh, I know. You put it on your resume." And one of the lines that got me is he went and watched a few of the videos, and he said, "Well, I can work with this guy." So long and short, what came up today in the live stream was that if you want to move up, start doing something, just start doing it. So I was preparing myself. I was prepared. I did all the work years before this opportunity came to be. So, and I was creating, and I had this treasure trove of examples of what I basically had, a portfolio of things that I could do, and these examples of problem solving that I had on the YouTube channel. I knew it was going to be very niche, but this YouTube channel pushed and perpetuated this move into data analytics. And the ability of me to have all of these hours, I mean, I just want you to think about this. This is 1,001 video, and half of them are problem solving. So I spent hours and hours. Some of them I had already solved. Some of them I had not solved. And I thought they were great exercises. So in my downtime from working 40 plus hours and having kids and a house and a wife, I made the time to figure out a way to solve problems, programming problems, how to go from my human brain into Python brain. And the more you do that, the faster you become at it, because you're more practiced. So what I would say for anybody who's wanting to do this is just start. Be prepared for when the opportunity arises. So you won't have to then learn on the job, because you're going to have to learn on the job one way or the other. You want to make what you're having to learn as small as possible. So because when I found out I was going to get this job and we were going to be dealing with SQL, I immersed myself in SQL. I I got a book on SQL. There was somebody I was already communicating with on Twitter, very, very seldomly. The author is stupendous. It's actually the series that I have with SQL right now. And when I would get stuck, I would tweet a message to her, and she would be gracious enough to respond. So what I'm saying is, if you're wanting to move over and move up, be as prepared as possible. Start a collection of work that you can share with people, and make it be things that would showcase your skills. Don't try to impress them. Showcase your skills and abilities. And if it's a fit, you don't want to go and be in a place that you do not fit. You want to find the right fit. So my YouTube channel told the story of me, and I was the right fit in a very large organization in that area. So don't try to be a round peg trying to go into a square hole. Prepare yourself, and I can't say enough. You want to be a curious problem solver, because when you get a role that is a little bit out of your element, you're going to get problems that you do not know how to solve. But if you are skilled and you are prepared and you have prepared with other problem solving, you'll just have to understand how those problems get solved. Like going from Python to SQL, I just had to learn the changes and the different structures of how SQL goes through information compared to how Python goes through information. So I only had to learn the flow, but problem solving, how to go from a human brain to a programming brain, I had spent thousands of hours. So only having to learn the syntax difference, that's all I did. I've heard people say that, and I didn't believe them. But as quickly as I went from Python to SQL, I began to believe them. And then that is also bringing down my fear and my concern of going from SQL then to basic. So I know I've droned on a little bit, but if you want to move into a data analyst role, start acting like a data analyst. So become curious and passionate about SQL, BigQuery, Microsoft SQL Server, SQLite, and Python. Just become hungry, thirsty, and curious, and be an avid problem solver. I can't say that enough. Be an avid problem solver, because that's all you're going to get every single day are new problems handed to you. But if you're prepared and you've practiced, it will just be another problem, and it will be so interesting. You will be interested in solving it, but you don't want to have to be learning so many other skills along the way. So there we go, guys. Please, please, please give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you're jumping down to the Discord server. Today alone, we went through a ton of information and was able to help someone out with a very challenging problem, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I want myself or somebody else on the server to be able to help you as well. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't, check out this video right here or this one right down here. And most important, make sure you're hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.